What was your original major in college before you fell into Scooter and the DJ?
Oh yeah, I was a I was one of those guys that had no idea what I wanted to do in life. I was the athlete that could do any sport but not well. I ended up being a swimmer in college, and then I was a recreation major. I went to that school because they were the first ones. Yeah, the first. So I'm kind of in my field, you know. So it was the first college when the recreation major first came out. And I started doing that. And those were the people that kind of ran the parks and planning commissions and, you know, the softball tournaments that your towns have and things like that. Yeah. And then it was funny. I came down on a Disney internship, right? My roommate had done it. He was a PE major, and they said the rec majors could do it too. So I went down and I worked a semester at Disney, fell in love with Florida. I'm like, why would anybody not live here? And so I was about to leave Disney. It was my last semester of college too. And I was about to leave to go graduate. And they said, hey, are you coming back this summer? Because we could use a lead. They called them leads, which was an entry-level manager. And so I said, yeah, I'll come back. I didn't have a job, you know. So I go up and I graduate. And everybody's like, what are you going to do now? And I did the old, I'm going to Disney World. So, I got here. And after about 3 years of working at Disney and trying to work my way up into management, they offered me management, and it was what I could make in one day DJing. Wow. And that light bulb just went boom. You know, I was like, wow. So that's when I knew I needed to start DJing full time.
Were you ever DJ at Disney?
Yes. I DJed for them for 30 years. I came in as a vendor. I was the first Disney fairy tale weddings DJ. They were just called Disney weddings back then. They called them a destination wedding and then Disney weddings. And then somebody came up with the fairy tale weddings name. I was the first one. I was there for probably 30 years doing weddings and probably 33 years overall. I played Epcot New Year's Eve for 30 years.
I was at an Epcot New Year's Eve. And when I saw you at the square, I'm going, I think that's the same guy. But we're talking about probably 20 years apart.
Yeah.
But your behavior, I remember in Epcot, you had one of those hats that go like this, like with hands. Yeah. And I go, man, that's gotta be him. And of course you are.
String and the hands came apart.
I remember that.
Yeah. And this guy got really good at throwing a ball up in the air and catching it.
Yeah. And the reason we went to the Epcot one, number one, you can drink. Let's start with that part.
Yeah.
Back then, I don't know now. And number two, our friend had a dog, and Epcot has a dog place that we can leave the dog there while we go to the party, and then at the end we pick up the dog and leave.
Oh yeah,
that's when we saw you. And when I saw you, I said, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay on this stage."
Oh, and, that was so fun. I had such a crowd there. It was
very crowded, but very nice.
It would come back every year, and it was funny because I don't know if you remember this. I had to stop at 11:40 for illumination.
Yeah, for the show.
Yeah, so I would stop and everybody would literally do this. They would turn around and watch illuminations, turn back around and go, all right, boy, let's go.
Let's get going. This is boring.
Let's go.